Hello, my friends. As I remove the mask. Ah, welcome to this special time together, Sunday morning. And I do want to celebrate. This is our first Sunday of our 46th year. We are beginning it now. And it is wonderful. I like my hair. I haven't cut it since December. Starting to feel like 1967. I do want to thank you for taking time to share Sunday. We are locked out of our building, and I guess will be for a period of time. And as a result, since March, thanks to Katrina Anderson and her brilliant technology understanding, doing these Sunday and Wednesday on video, and I am glad they're available to you. Someone texted me and said that they love that I'm doing this because 100 years from now, people can click on and get and find out what J. Scott Neal was like, and it's interesting. And I want to thank all of you who honored me by thanking me for the 46 years, or 45 years. And also last week was my 80th birthday, so here we go. I started when I was a baby, 35 years old, and all of a sudden I'm 80. And just about the last one of a period of time when we had some of the greatest metaphysical minds in history. Raymond Charles Barker, Robert Bitzer, Bill Hornaday, Fenwick Holmes, Elizabeth Marshall, Frank Richelieu, Dr. Reginald Armour, my wonderful dear friend, and so many others. I was honored to know them and work with them, study with them, and was colleagues with them. I was sharing with someone the other day that Dr. Larry Schwartz, the president of INTA, what an honor it was to serve on the board of INTA with him, and I pointed out to him I've served on the board with. My first board to serve on was Robert Bitzer, president of Religious Science International. It was a wonderful time, and I learned so much from that period of time, and my growth centered on the concept. Really, Dr. Ernest Holmes, the founder of Religious Science, the author of the Science Mind textbook, always pointed out to us, and you've heard me quote this before, the more I know, there's more to know. And in moving through this virus experience, we also understand that if we know what and who we are, we can move through anything and be unmoved by it. So we're always at the power, in the power, as the power. It operates through us, as us, according to our choice. I've shared with you, it was, I think, Lloyd Tupper and I, we had, I was on the radio out of San Francisco for 20 years or longer. And much of that time was shared with Dr. Lloyd Tupper. And there's one of the greats. I swear. I love Lloyd so much, and I honor him. And he was one of the producers of the movie, The Science of Earnest Mind, and I was very much honored to be asked to play Ernest Holmes in the film, which I did. And you can go on the internet to The Science of Earnest Mind, and contact Sue Ruda, who's a practitioner in Golden State Church of Religious Science, or Center for Positive Living. And they can set up a showing. And if you want me to come, I'll be happy to be there. As soon as we get out of the way and can travel again. Now, let's look at the concept of choice. Okay, the choice is yours. Now, everybody point to yourself and say, the choice is mine. Now, you're always at the level. And I was about to tell you, we were at the radio station when Dr. Tupper and I met a Protestant minister who listened to both of our programs and said, I love what you people teach, but you think you have choice. He said, I don't believe we have choice. And I said to him, that's your choice. Anyhow, and that's what most people are doing out there. They're choosing not to choose. They go to a church that chooses for them, or marry somebody that chooses for them, or give birth to someone who chooses for him or her. You see, let's go to principle. Principle tells us very clearly there are no finalities in the material world. Every situation, every condition can be changed by thinkers conceiving new ideas. Now, it's not just conceiving the new idea. It's letting these new ideas produce new ways of doing things. New ways of being you, new ways of being me. You see, the infinite mind understands truth and says yes to everything we believe and become one with. But if we look at it carefully, we see that what one generation defines as being impossible, the next generation sees as being possible and makes it so. You're running around with a smartphone right now. Listen, what, 20 years ago? That was science fiction. But somebody believed in it enough to act upon it and give birth to it. I knew the head of Hewlett-Packard's concept of exploring the possibilities of the future for computers, research and development. They remembered the church, and I said to him, I said, what's it going to look like 20 years from now? And he smiled and said, you wouldn't believe me. But somebody believed it. Now, infinite mind knows no impossibilities. Say that to yourself. Infinite mind knows no impossibilities. Infinite mind knows no impossibilities and no incurable conditions. This is principle in action. It awaits the acceptance of its ideas by the consciousness of you, me, all men, all women. Now, you always have the choice of believing the negative of the world and believing that your worry is justified and finding something to blame it on. And remember, worry is just negative faith. It's faith that everything's going to go wrong. Or you can do something else. You can, if you so choose, believe in God's ideas. This was the whole teaching of Jesus. Stop thinking like the world. Think, renew your mind, and then think from the renewal. Be not conformed to the world. Renew your mind. God's ideas. What do? They set you free. They set you free into a better and larger experience. Does that mean somebody or just one religion or anything? Nope. Works for everybody. Whether you go to church or not, whether you believe in God or not, the principle's there. You see the possibility. I remember if you don't know, I was a student of Fenwick Holmes. Dr. Holmes, I called him Doc. Doc said to me once, he was talking about his brother, he said, Ernest, when confronted with people coming up and saying, I don't believe in God, he said, what kind of God don't you believe in? They describe it. He said, I don't believe in that kind of God either. Dr. Holmes said, I daily thank God that the God most people believe in isn't. God consciousness individualized. You see, in it are total possibilities. Total possibilities of creative and victorious living. I think going through this pandemic experience that we're going through all over the world, it's a good time to tap into that understanding and allow ourselves to understand that in order to be true to our own correct knowing of truth, you cannot believe what people, friends, even relatives will tell you is so. Most of the world is thinking like the world. What we need to do is understand the principle of what Dr. Holmes said when he pointed out you don't have to deny effect or a fact in order to affirm a faith. You don't have to deny a fact in order to affirm a faith. So, you got a fact in front of you, well, that's fine. How about look for a higher possibility, a healthier possibility? You see, if you're going to choose, why not choose greatness? If you choose greatness, you will have it. Choose health, and it's yours. All the goodness of life awaits what? It awaits your recognition, yours. It awaits your decision, as Dr. Barker used to say so beautifully. The Power of Decision. If you don't have that book, get it. Raymond Charles Barker. Power of Decision. It will become one of your favorite metaphysical lessons, and the whole book is a lesson. Again, choose health, it's yours. Choose happiness, it's yours. Choose prosperity, it's yours. Choose you this day. Now, all the goodness of life, again, awaits your recognition. All the goodness of life awaits your decision. Now, are you going to decide to be happy? Or are you going to decide to, if you got a problem, to find an answer? You see, the infinite has no power to limit you. Limitations are self-selected. Limitations are self-maintained. This process may be completely subconscious, so that you are unaware of it. But think about what you think about. Check your daily thinking and see if you haven't selected your problems consciously or subconsciously. New creative ideas always do something. They always produce new situations which are improvements over the previous ones. Now, at the end of this lesson, we're going to have a spiritual mind treatment. And I recommend you discover what you spend the first 15 minutes when we get up every morning will affect the entire day. So why not start it with the spiritual mind treatment or positive prayer? Unity teaches it. Divine science teaches it. Religious science teaches it. CSL teaches it. Anton teaches it. Emerson Institute teaches it. All you have to do is learn. Dr. Holmes said once, there's a lot of people who do what we teach naturally. For those of us who want to do it, we can learn. You can learn how to be happy. Now, the understanding of this unfolds if you repeat your experience of a spiritual mind treatment. That keeps you on the right path. It keeps you level. It keeps you looking forward to the unfoldment of the day, of the week, of the month, of the year. Always, the choice is yours. And spiritual mind treatment is a direction in choice. It's affirming the best by seeing the possibility of divine mind operating in what you're treating for, and giving you the opportunity to create words to express the completion. As you consciously set yourself free from the problem, from the negative, from the health verdict, from anything else, you find yourself yielding to a greater experience. And you gradually find out that all of those negatives you used to believe in lose their power to limit you. There's never a better time to choose. The better way of living is now. No matter what the world's going through or what the politics are or anything else, wise people do not delay their good. They don't look for an excuse to maintain what they don't want. You see, all of this is without price. It's without stress. It's without strain. All you have to do is make up your mind to understand that you have grasped a better idea, a larger viewpoint, and the knowledge of it in your life as your life releases inner possibilities you've never known before. It is a quiet certification that you find within you the power for good, that knows what to do and how to do it. Because in truth there is one life. It's God. It is our life. Everyone, everywhere. Whether you're a Buddhist or a Baptist, you're still using the same principle, no matter how you define it. The divine spirit already at work in your life is what you need to discover. The divine spirit already at work in your consciousness welcomes your choice of greater ideas, for it can bring it to pass. What? The desires of your heart. So know your divine urge to have a better life is good enough to be true. Do something about it. Change your thinking. Change your life. And God says yes. I love you and I thank you for spending this Sunday with me. Namaste. And now, I want to mention to you that we are going to ask you, as I'm doing now, for your love offering and donation. We've been without a congregation, or I've been without a congregation in front of me, and the church has been locked down. We've been doing these videos on for Wednesday and Sunday. And Katrina's going to put on the screen a way you can donate to us. Let's find within our heart and mind the ability to give thanks for love and support for the Tri-City Religious Science Center, for the appreciation of these lessons that I'm teaching on Sundays and Wednesdays, and no matter how big or little the donation. We love you for sending it. And we bless you and thank you. And now, my friends, let's go within. As we close today, in a positive way with the spiritual mind treatment. A number of you have contacted me by way of Facebook and our website, www.tricityrsc.org is that. And if you go on Facebook and look up Jayneale, I will come up and smile at you, and you will see all kinds of good metaphysical stuff on it. Anyhow, and we're putting all of these talks, so if you missed some, you can go back and see more. If you're feeling any way confused or in doubt or worried or in fear about anything, click on one of these lessons. Sit back, close your eyes, and listen to it. So the people who have let me know they're afraid right now, let's have a treatment and release fear and let something else happen. Let's all affirm together in the awareness, the continuous awareness of our oneness with infinite life, infinite mind, infinite love, infinite God. I affirm I am not afraid. And as I speak my word in first person, join me in consciousness. As I know my knowledge of God as security, intelligence, and love has freed me from all anxiety. I am undisturbed by what I read and what I hear and what I see on TV. I refuse to speculate upon the negative. I hold fast to my awareness of the power of right thinking. I shall not be moved from this premise, from this idea, from this consciousness. All the power and all the intelligence of infinite mind is now quickened in my consciousness, and I am receptive to the right ideas and results. Right ideas. What idea do I need today to move through unmoved by the day, to celebrate what I know I am, a mighty moving power of God? I grasp these ideas and contemplate their completed manifestation in my life. I think in terms of these ideas. I give them freedom of my consciousness, and they bear fruit. I rejoice in their perfect action as my body, as my mind, as my world. I am in control of my experience today. I will not worship a false god of fear or condemnation. I am poised and established in the one mind, and nothing can disturb the calm peace of my soul. I am not afraid because I know the truth. Therefore, I am free. And I give thanks as I release this treatment to the great law of mind that knows what to do, how to do it, and is doing it now. So it is and was and shall be forever. So it is. So it is. Namaste. I love you. Be safe. Wear your mask. Wash your hands. Have a beautiful, beautiful Sunday. And I'll see you Wednesday. I love you all. And thank you for your love and support.